Okay, so this flow is going to be a little bit more dynamic, a little bit challenging, but we're going to move at quite a steady pace. So even if you feel like you're quite a beginner, there's plenty of room for you to explore and still go through this practice. We'll just start standing at the top of the mat. So just spread your feet hip width apart, allow the knees to be bent, just give the shoulders a little shrug or a wriggle. And first thing I'm going to ask you to do is just notice where you're holding the weight. So whether that's over to the left or the right, whether you're gripping the mat with the toes or whether you're hanging back in the heels. And if you want to, you can move between all of those 4 spots to find that middle balance, to find your space, somewhere where you allow the spine to stack nice and tall, you allow a length, you allow a height throughout the whole body, and at the same time you can anchor down through the feet without gripping or straining. And then we'll just take 3 big breaths here together. So a big inhale through the nose, and a big exhale, just sigh it out, let everything go. 2 more just like that. Inhale and exhale, let it all out. 3rd and final one, breath in and breathe out. Bring the hands into prayer heart center, resting the thumbs towards the chest and at the same time lifting the chest up towards the thumbs. And as I said, this practice is going to be more dynamic. We're going to push ourselves, challenge ourselves a little bit. So just know that if you wobble around or you fall, it doesn't matter. There's no one watching. And even if you were in a yoga class in a room full of other people, everyone has their own practice to concentrate on. So if you do wobble and shift, that's all right. Just play with it, try and land soft and just keep moving. So you just jump back in wherever you fell out. Take a big inhale. Powerful breath, but out through the nose. And now we're going to keep that active breath all the way throughout our practice. We're going to use it to help us move, to guide our movement. So we'll start by inhaling, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Allow the knees to be soft. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold even deeper. So that's 1 round, we'll take 4. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach the arms tall. Exhale, fold it all the way back down to the ground, knees soft. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, extend the back, find space. Exhale, fold even deeper. 2 more. Inhale, reach up, make it fluid, lengthen, find height. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine, extend, open the chest. Exhale, fold in even deeper still. Last one. Inhale, big reach up. Maybe you squeeze the glutes and there's a slight back bend. Exhale, fold it all the way forwards and down. Inhale, lengthen the chest, lengthen the heart. Exhale, forward fold even deeper. From this fold, anchor the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. So shift around in your downward facing dog. Most likely the first time you've been in this position today, that you've opened the backs of the legs fully, that you've weight there through the hands. So take your time, shift through the hips, pedal out through the feet. Notice if you're clenching in the jaw, release, soften that space. Chin to chest, roll the body forwards into a plank position, and then knees, chest, chin, take it down towards the mat. Inhale to open the chest, look forwards, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, take it all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Anchor the left hand, turn and open the right arm up to the sky, take a side plank, reach a bit higher, and then bring the right hand back down. Shift the weight, lift the left arm up, open the left side of the body, reach out through the left fingertips, and bring it back down. And then we'll go again over to the right, reach up, keep the hips high, keep the side of the body engaged. Bring the right hand down, shift it over to the left. Left arm up, right side waist lifts away from the floor. Exhale, lower it back down, downward facing dog. And then chin to chest, roll, ripple the spine forwards. And maybe now you feel warm enough to move through chaturanga. So bend the elbows, lower it down through a plank position. Inhale, lift the chest open, Anchor down, push into the hands to find your upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog, breathing in and breathing out. So we've already got moving quite quickly in the practice. And if at any point you find that you're actually holding the breath, you're not fully breathing, then bring your awareness back to that, because that's usually an indication we've gone a little bit too far. We want to always keep the breath at the epicenter of our practice. That's our anchor. It holds us into our breath. It keeps us from mentally drifting away or getting too distracted. The moment we get distracted and we're not concentrating, that's when we overstretch or we overstrain. So make sure that's always there as our foundation. So from your downward facing dog, that left hand needs to be super strong. Then push down into the right hand so there's an even shift of weight through the hands. Reach the left leg up to the sky, starting on the left side. Now we said that right hand isn't as anchored as the left, so walk the right hand out to the side so it's out in line with the body. Maybe you can hover it off the floor or you bring it down. Keep walking, or maybe tiptoe the fingers all the way around to the back of the mat. Work on that balance, lengthen away through the left toes, and then walk the right hand all the way back up through the center of the mat till both hands are planted next to one another. Now that left leg, pull the knee into the chest, hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend it back and up. Bring the knee back into the chest, hold it. See if this time you can bring the right hand off the floor. Can you tap the left shoulder? Take the right hand down. Step the left leg down, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Rock the head side to side. Take the right leg up to the sky, reach it high. This time it's the left fingertips that just creep out. They walk out to the side. Maybe they slightly hover, and then you might drop them back down. They might fall back down. See if you can take them a bit further. Walk them all the way around to the back of the mat. And then up through the center of the mat so they come next to the right hand. The right knee, we pull it into the chest. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Reach that leg up and back away. Pull the knee in, hold for 3, lift the left hand for 2. Find that stability for 1. Take it back, both feet back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale to open. And exhale to take it back. Downward facing dog, shake it out through the head and the neck. If you want to, just rest into a child's pose, rotate the wrists a little bit. So if we're shifting the weight when we lift one hand, it's going to get a little bit more challenging through the other wrist. So just appreciate that. Give the fingers a bit of a wriggle, maybe open and flex the wrists slightly. And then both hands flat. Pushing back into the hands, rising through all fours and back into downward facing dog. We'll start with our first sequence, our first flow. So reach the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Now lift the left hand, hold the right shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Keep the knee lifted, left hand down, step the right foot forwards. Tuck the back toes, reach up, find a high lunge. Make that high lunge tall, so not so much worrying about the depth in the thighs at the moment, but instead find lift in the chest. Now keep that lift as you inhale. Exhale, now work on the depth into the hips. Inhale to lift out. Find length, find space. Exhale, sink it back down. One more to inhale. Lift up and lengthen. Exhale, lowering down, hands to the floor. Now keep that left hand down, take the right hand, hold around the big right toes and take it into a side plank. So you might just hold that right knee in, or maybe you start to extend and lengthen if you feel warm in the back of the hamstrings. Wherever you are, release the hand, take the right hand up to the sky. Extend the right leg back if it's not already. Both hands down, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Left Hands side now. So inhale, take the left leg up to the sky, reach it high. Pull the left knee into the chest, hold it for 3, lift that right hand. 2, 1, place the right hand down, step lightly that left foot forwards. Reach up into a tall, high lunge. So remember, initially our focus is finding height, finding space from the hips through the side waist, up through the arms. And then exhale, move into the depth. Inhale to reach up, find space. Exhale to soften it down, move down. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Last one, lift up. Lower down, anchor through the hands. Keep the right hand there. Take the left hand. The first 2 fingers hook around the left toe, and maybe you just lift that left leg up as you come into your side plank. If you're extending it, if the hamstrings are warm, extend. And then from wherever you are, you release the grip, reach the left hand high, extend the left leg back, and then move back into a plank. Lower down towards the floor, however you like, and then inhale, lift with the in-breath. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Roll forwards into a plank position. Now we're just going to challenge the core, the strength even more here. So come from your normal plank, walk the feet out wider so they come off of the mat, the right foot out to the right, the left foot out to the left side. Now walk the hands out, both off of the mat. Maybe you can take the hands further forwards so you notice that challenge around the shoulder joints in the upper abdominals. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, squeeze the glutes, use the support of the glutes muscles, and then walk the hands back in, walk the feet back in, stretch back into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale. Combining a few of the things we've done already, we'll reach the right leg up to the sky. Extend the left arm out to the side. Maybe you can hover. Maybe you can walk that left hand all the way around towards the back of the mat, maybe towards the ankle, depending on how short or how long your downward facing dog is. Bring the left hand up through the center of the mat, plant both hands there, bring the right knee into the chest, hold it in, lift the left hand to the right shoulder, and then lower the left hand down, step the right foot forwards, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, lower in that lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, hands to the floor, transitioning out to your side plank over to the right. Use the hand if you like, the grip of the fingers around the big toe. If you've got that grip, now release, extend, lengthen out through the right fingers, out through the right toes, and into your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or elbows bend, take it down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift open, move forwards as you come up. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog, breathing in. Let it go. Breathing in. And let it go. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Walk the right fingers out to the side, maybe they hover, or maybe they walk all the way around towards the back of the mat, towards the right ankle. They don't have to reach. Bring them back up through the center, anchoring both hands to the top of the mat. Bring the left knee into the chest as you hold it in with the strength of the abdominals. The right hand lifts and then comes back down. Step the left foot forwards. Reach up to a high lunge and move into the depth of that lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one, lift. And lower down, hands to the floor, rolling side plank over to the left. So either you've got the grip or you're just extending out through the top hand, away through the left leg. Coming back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, move forwards, open the chest, collarbones wide. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale. Right leg up to the sky, lift away, and then pull the right knee into the chest, fallen angel, so the right leg comes underneath the body over to the left side of the mat. Left arm lifts up. Now if you want, you can keep the right toes lifted, use the side waist, use the obliques, and then reverse that, so the right leg goes all the way back up to the sky. The knee comes into the chest. We step it forwards for a high lunge. Find your balance here first of all. And we're going to transition between this high lunge and a warrior three. So tilt the body weight forwards. Allow the back left foot to lift. And then rock it back, land light in your high lunge as you inhale. Exhale, bring it forwards. Inhale, lift back into your high lunge. Exhale, come into your warrior three and hold. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Lengthen away through the left leg. Lift up through the right thigh. Can you control that left leg? Come up to standing, left knee into the chest. And then we take that left foot to the on top of, slightly outside the right thigh. So we're almost in a standing pigeon with that left knee bent. You'll feel it into the outer hips. Now sit down, make it lower. You'll feel it more in the outside of the hips. Challenge yourself. Sit a fraction lower. And then inhale, come to standing, left knee in. Exhale, sit down into a normal, regular chair, so both feet on the floor. You're squeezing the inner thighs together, drawing the navel in and slightly up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, the hands can find the floor. Step it back, move back through your own vinyasa. So take your time, remember, the breath leads that movement. And as with any vinyasa class, if you want to miss these bits out, you can just meet in downward facing dog. You can take a few moments in child's pose. Especially if you're slightly newer to the practice, it's a lot on the hands and the shoulders, so that's something to be aware of. If you did take a rest, come back so we all meet in a downward facing dog. Take the left leg up to the sky and then pull the left knee into the chest. This time it's the left foot traveling out to the right for our fallen angel as the right fingertips reach up to the sky. So left toes are lifted or they're anchored down. It's up to you. Keep that bottom hip lifted. Engage the left side obliques and then reverse the process. Left leg all the way back and up towards the ceiling. Pull the knee into the chest. Step it forwards. Balance yourself. Find your high lunge. Remember the transition. So the weight comes into the left foot. We reach forwards. We find our warrior three. And then we lightly step back with the right leg into a tall high lunge. Allow the body to move forwards, back into your balance, that standing capital T shape. And then come back, high lunge. Twice more to take it forwards. And then bring it back up. On this one, we take it forwards, we find stillness, we find balance. We reach away through the crown of the head and out through the back right foot. Draw the navel in. Lift up through the left thigh. Breathing in. And breathing out. Rise to standing, pull the right knee into the chest, and then you're stepping the right ankle on top of and slightly outside the left thigh. Sit down into that standing pigeon here, so bend the knees, allow the hips to bend. Feel it in the outside of both hips. Work that right knee out. Sit a bit deeper. Don't back off from the stretch. Move into it. Get the benefits of the stretch. And then inhale, come to standing. Exhale into a regular chair, both feet together, inner thighs working, navel drawing in, lowering in the seat, lifting out of the chest, breathing, and folding to the floor, allowing the hands to meet the ground. Step back, downward facing dog, and then move through your vinyasa. So you're maybe rolling forwards, knees, chest and chin, chaturanga, or taking rest. Just notice what you need, and sometimes if the rest of the practice is quite dynamic, quite fluid, quite floaty, then what we need in this interim is just some rest, some balance, some grounding. With that, we'll all just take the knees wide. We'll sit into a child's pose, but instead of reaching the arms out, take them down by the side so we can fully allow the shoulders to just recoup a moment to just soften. Still, even when we think we're resting in our child's pose, sometimes with the arms out in front of us, there's still quite a lot of stress through the top of the shoulder girdle. And then we're coming forwards into the hands for our third flow, our third sequence. Rising up into a downward facing dog. Anchoring into the hands, make sure the fingers are wide. There's a firm base beneath the palms, beneath all 5 fingertips. Inhale, take the right leg high. Pull the right knee into the chest, hold it there. And then inhale, right leg high, open it, and think about moving into a wild thing, but see if you can catch yourself and hover those right toes. Now with control, navel in, pull that right knee round and into the chest. The left hand lifts, it cradles the right shoulder. We work the core, we strengthen the center of the body. Left hand down, step the right foot forwards. Inhale to high lunge. Exhale to warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, both hands down to the instep of the right foot. Lower the back knee down. Just find a moment to lengthen out through the chest to activate and draw the shoulders down the back. Engage those back muscles, those posterior muscles. And just think about opening the front of the chest. Think about the length through that back left thigh. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg off the floor. We'll take a twist here, so staying down through the left hand, reaching out through the right fingertips, find more space, more length. From this, can you rise up, keeping the twist, so as you rise up, the right hand will be travelling back, the left hand will be travelling forwards. We're opening the chest towards the right side of the room, whilst maintaining strength in the lower body. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back. High lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out. Roll forwards into a plank. Lower both knees down. Now from here, shift the right foot just slightly off the edge of the mat. Keep the right hand down. Reach the left arm up to the sky and extend the left foot to the back of the room so it hovers off the floor. Now that might be plenty. That might challenge your balance enough. If you want to, you can bend the left knee. You can take hold of the left ankle. You can open more into that left side body by opening through the chest, by kicking the left foot into the left hand. Try and rotate. Open the chest up to the sky. Hold it for 3. Keep the breath for 2. For 1, don't fling. Just extend that left leg to the back of the room. Keep it lifted. Take the left hand down. Now look forwards and reach the right arm forward. So opposite arm, opposite leg are stretching and lengthening. Hold it there. Keep holding, keep reaching, make more space. And then keep that left leg up. Take the right hand down, tuck the right toes, take it back, 3-leg downward facing dog, and we'll go onto the left side. So squeeze the knee into the chest. Inhale, reach it up and away. Think about your wild thing. Open the left hip. Can you land without actually touching the ground? So you take it over, but you hover those left toes. Reverse, bring the left knee in to the chest, squeeze it up. Right hand taps the left shoulder. Right hand comes back to the floor. Step the left foot forwards. Inhale to a high lunge. Exhale to warrior 2. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach up, reverse. Exhale, take both hands down to the instep. Now lower the back knee. Think about the length of the right thigh. Think about the opening through the chest. Don't allow the shoulders to collapse and round. Instead, pull back through the shoulder blades. Engage the back of the body. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Lift the back knee off the floor, anchor through the right hand, find a twist, reach the left arm up, open and lift. Now you're going to need to make sure your lunge, the legs are short enough in distance. So if they're too wide, this is going to be really quite challenging. So maybe you just creep the back toes in a fraction and then you anchor and push down into the feet, root down to rise up, keep reaching the left arm back. The right arm comes forwards, we find ourselves in a twist. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out, both hands to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Roll forwards into plank. Lower the knees. Left foot comes out this time. Right leg stretches back and away. Right arm reaches up. Now maybe that's enough. That might challenge your balance. You might already be wobbling. Just work on that. Or bend the top knee, hold the top foot with the right hand. Kick into the foot to open the chest. If you're a bit more advanced, open the chest more to the ceiling. Find more lift, more opening in that back bend, but make it strong. And then release without flinging. Don't drop the right foot. Keep extending it away. Both hands down. Left arm reaches out in front of you. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. Hold it for 1. Tuck the left toes, 3 leg downward facing dog. And then step into your downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Big sigh out through the mouth. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Soften the knees. Tiptoe. Walk it in all the way. Take the fingers. Hook around the big toes. Pull down. Now this is a strong pull. You're using the grip, the wrists, the forearms, the shoulders. Close the gap between the belly and the thigh. Release the fingers. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Now exhale, fold the belly down to the thighs. Lift the feet. Step onto the hands. So the toes are going to push into the big muscle at the base of the thumb. Maybe apply more pressure through the big toe. Even massage, release the base of the thumb. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Roll up to standing. All the way up. Take the arms down by the side and just notice now how you feel standing in Tadasana compared to when we first came to our practice. Notice now if it's easier to find that central spot, that place of least resistance, least hold. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, allow length, allow space. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold it all the way forwards, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold. Now just cross your legs, come down to the mat. We're going to make sure you're sat in the front half of your mat. So the hips can be around the middle of the mat. The knees want to be bent, the feet are anchored down. Now sit tall, reach the arms up to the sky, and you want the biceps to run in line with the ears. Now we don't want to lose that, so I don't want the arms to come forwards. I don't want the arms to be overextended and too far back, but instead ears and biceps, biceps and ears. So breathe in here, lift the chest. Now as you breathe out, deepest abdominals in and up, and roll down to the floor without losing that bicep and ear connection. So it's harder on the abdominals, there's more control required. And as you find the floor, you reverse that process and come back up. So you're really working the very lowest abdominal muscles to really support the spine, to allow the control of the movement. We're taking 3 here. So you're coming up and going down, keeping that connection. Notice how much work is not only in the lower abdominals, but around the upper abdominals to keep those lower ribs in, to prevent them from flaring out. And after you've taken your 3, you can come back, squeeze the knees into the chest, and just allow a little gentle movement from side to side. Lower the feet to the mat and bring the feet together so the soles of the feet touch, the knees move out. And it might just be quite nice here to interlace the hands to reach up and away, just to open the front of the body. And now allow some stretch after we worked quite strong into the front body. Not only there, but in our balancing planks earlier in the practice. And then take the arms out to the side, return the feet so they're flat on the floor, and just rock the knees a couple of times from left to right, right to left. Allow some movement through the hips, through the lower back, through the sacrum. And then bring it back to the center. Take the left leg away, bring the right knee in. Just give some circles. It's simple, but it's a really nice mobilization, a nice massage into the hip joint. You can move it both ways. It's also a good massage if we squeeze that knee all the way into the chest to just compress into the ascending colon, into the right side of the body. Give it a little slight shift from side to side. See if you can bring that right knee a little bit closer towards the right shoulder. And then extend it away, swap it over. Do the same with the left knee, hug it in. Rock side to side, massage a little from left to right. Try and squeeze it in closer. Just basically doing whatever you feel you need here to either massage into the hip or to more compress into the side of the tummy. And then extend it out so both legs are away from you. Reach both arms overhead. Take a big full inhale. And then a big exhale, round and hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze them in. Start to shift forwards and backwards a little on the spine. Rocking from the sacrum up to the shoulders. After a few, you should have gathered enough momentum to come all the way up, cross the legs and find a seat. Rest the hands down onto the knees. And just take 3 big breaths. So we'll inhale all together through the nose and let everything out through the mouth. So those 2 more there. The inhale is a nourishing big breath. The exhale is releasing, you're letting go. Final 1 breath in. Breath out, everything you don't need. And then just rest the hands. Allow the breath to slow down. And allow true stillness here for just a moment. And appreciate your efforts in this practice and what you've done. Sometimes, especially if we're used to doing the same sequences, our bodies are a little bit on autopilot. And it's only when we challenge them or mix things up that we realize maybe our balance or stability isn't quite there. We're just used to doing the same movements. So it's really good to test yourself, to change things up, and to mostly encourage stabilization around the shoulders, around the hips, around the knees. These are joints that don't necessarily have the support of musculature, especially the knees, the ankles, the elbows, the shoulders, but we demand quite a lot of them in our yoga practice. So it's good to awaken all the small muscles around them, all the tendons, the ligaments, to really do their job, to support, to hold, to nourish and stabilize. So as I said, just appreciating everything you've done. Bring the hands into prayer heart center, thumbs to the chest, chest up to the thumbs. We'll take a big inhale together. And a big exhale. Namaste.